Hello guys, it's Pintoshi here. This is my first YouTube video, so it is going to be my worst because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I will get a video editor so that way I can help make it more aesthetically pleasing in the future. What I wanted to talk about today though was that Bitcoin just made a new all-time high. And the macro market structure is still extremely bullish across all time frames, and this is something I've really been trying to get across, but there's no better way to get it across than to show you. So first of all, when Bitcoin topped out and came up to $40,000 to $42,000, that was our last major higher high. And now for the last month, we've basically consolidated while making a higher low. Now, we started to move back up into that range, which had been acting as resistance before breaking out tonight, where we have a new higher high. So the logical thing to happen next would be that a higher low would be formed. And that higher low should be built on top of this higher high. So what's most likely to happen is traders who sold these highs or down here are likely going to be looking to re-enter, if they can, anywhere inside this range. This is where we would look to have a bullish retest before continuing up. Now, the logical thing to do would be to think about where price can go next. And I believe it's going to go towards $60,000 to $63,000 just using fib levels based off the recent highs and lows that we've had. I expect price to continue up. And looking at the weekly chart to me is extremely telling. And it's why I favor looking for longs over looking for shorts right now. Because at this time, we're still in an extremely strong uptrend. There's no doubt about that. If you zoom out, and it's why I'm such a big advocate for zooming out, you can just see that we're still in a really strong move. It's not much different than what we would have seen in 2017 on that run-up. So that's one thing you have to be really cognizant of. And the biggest question that a lot of you are going to have is, how is that going to affect your altcoins? Well, the most likely outcome, and that is if Bitcoin starts to trend up, is that we see the alt BTC pairs begin to pull back a little bit. It's possible the USD pairs, of course, will be dragged up because the market as a whole is extremely bullish right now. But let's say that Bitcoin does trend. We'll likely see Bitcoin pull back up to here. And at this, we're at 63% now, and this is around 66%. So you have to assume for every 1% Bitcoin dominance goes up, your altcoin can pull back 10% against the BTC pair. So we would be looking at a 10 to 30% decrease against the Bitcoin pair, but the altcoin pair can still go up even though Bitcoin's going up by, let's say, 50% in this scenario. I think eventually, if this is the case, that Bitcoin dominance should not exceed this level, and that we would eventually go down and test this level, which I think is going to be very difficult to break. But if we do, we can see that go all the way down to 52% before we really have any high time frame resistance. So there's a huge opportunity here. It's why before this past weekly close, I thought it was extremely crucial to rotate about 30% of the altcoin profits into Bitcoin because Bitcoin was showing strength. I would never give up my great entries or completely go into Bitcoin because the altcoin market has tremendous upside, especially when you're getting in the higher, the low caps that aren't on centralized exchanges because they're just not as greatly affected as some of the ones that are on Binance might be. Overall, we're definitely going to be trending up across both Bitcoin and altcoins. I think one thing to be really pay attention to would be the supply on exchanges for Bitcoin. So what we had seen is that Bitcoin had hit new all-time lows on supply on exchanges before this massive rally to 42,000. And what we saw is as it made a local top, we started to see people who had been holding Bitcoin a long time start to sell it off. but we continually saw institutions disclosing Bitcoin buys. And now we're starting to see that Bitcoin transition to institutional hands. And we're starting to see a new downtrend form while a new uptrend forms. And we can expect that to continue because we know that there's around 1,400 or more institutions that don't have Bitcoin right now that are interested in buying it. And it's why there's got to be such a heavy focus on not losing your Bitcoin before the big rally. So that's just what I wanted to share with you as a quick video update. I promise you this will be my worst one. The rest will be much better. Thank you guys for coming. Please like and subscribe, and please keep in mind that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Thank you.